It's streaming now.
Of course it is.
It's streaming on the line. On the line.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just put on the Super Mario movie, the cartoon on the background because I love Super Mario, everything, and I just sat there and as my cousin says,
It explains the mustache.
non-sexual innuendo, I just drilled tubs. I just sat there drilling tub.
You're fighting a losing battle on the non-sexual innuendo.
I need to, the problem is when I use these, I don't tape them off, so I end up going farther than I need to.
So maybe it's just my my uniqueness, as I'll call it, my eclecticness. But I've used a step drill bit. I use carbide one it's probably for metal, and I shouldn't be using it on plastic tub. But I use a carbide step drill bit, and I've gotten to the point now where with container store tubs, I can hear it go boom, 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 and I know exactly how deep I've drilled.
You could count the thunks.
Just so many innuendos. Just
count the steps.
We're off to a great start.
Yeah, we are. Hit the ground running, kids. Yeah, and honestly, like, as long as you don't mind them being a little crooked, because I can't draw.
It just keeps going, Phil.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I will say this: I used to take a Sharpie marker and a ruler, and I used to make like every half inch a dot, or every inch a dot on the tub.
I did that once and was like, never again.
Yeah, especially when
it doesn't have to be pretty. I just need it to be ventilation.
Half the holes were just slightly off of the black dot.
Then you got black dots on it and holes.
Yeah, exactly. Or I have like the rim, the side corner rim of a black dot because the drill bit was smaller than the dot I made.
on these, we were just talking about what I was actually able to do is I was able to kind of use the little ribs.
Yeah, that's kind of what
I use those to kind of like space out. And then I can go, okay, in between those, and okay, like, in between that and lower, and
and you can like on the so I use almost exclusively container store tubs just because they become my favorite, and I'm a bougie bitch like that. And there's a container store very close to my home, so I will space out those ribs, and I'll be like, okay, this side of the tub it's 2 2 2, this side it's 4 4 4, and I know if I can get 4 holes in each section, then I know I spaced it out appropriately.
You're putting way too much thought and effort into that, buddy.
I'm watching cartoons while I do it.
Dude, you got to have something to keep your mind sane while you're drilling holes. Like I've spent, like, I just got a lot of racks, and I spent a lot of time drilling holes. And like I love mindless, repetitive tasks to a point.
Yeah.
And that point, we lapped that point a few times, I think.
Well, see, like my frustration is like I got some of these jars from Walmart, right? Because the Subfusca are going to need upgrades here soon after the next mold.
I bet you a drill bit will just completely destroy that thing.
Well, that's part of the problem is I drilled the lid and cracked it. So then I took the soldering iron and like patched it. But the drill did fine there. But then if I melted holes, it's the type of plastic that gets super stringy when it gets melted. So it was like almost like there was web everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's ugly, and so if I drill it, then the other one I did drill just to see if it did any better, and like the edges were super sharp, and there was some like burrs and stuff on the inside that are for spiders and stuff. That's no good because that'll damage the abdomens and stuff. But I was just like, I can't win either way with these bad boys. Like, you drill it, you crack it, you melt it. It sucks.
Well, I happen to have a picture because I was talking to my cousin. He's like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm just drilling tubs." And I had to realize, oh wait, he has no idea what I'm talking about. And that's where he's like, "Oh yeah, is that an innuendo? You're just at home by yourself drilling tub." No, I sent him a picture.
Yeah,
I sent him a picture, and like, they're not that crooked, but like, that's all.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that looks pretty darn good to me compared to.
I mean, they're a little wonky, but
you could go down the list of, or like down the line of these tubs and tell where I started to get tired. or like where Beer 3
Right,
hit,
a little bit.
you know.
Yeah.
Like,
well, and like so that's what I just showed you. So this is the long side of the tub. This is for subox, by the way, hence all the air holes. That's the long side of the tub. And then the short side, we were talking about like using the ribs to space them out. So like I did it like that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So like I know I
yeah.
can fit however many was at 5 or 6. I can fit 6 in there. But
yeah, see, mine are mostly in a straight line, so that's all that matters.
yeah. As long as it's a little wonky, who
But it
cares?
also like it'll with mine, it's funny, like the first third they'll be super straight and like fairly even, and then it's like as it gets towards the back of the tub, the lines get wavier and the separation gets larger.
Well, then, like, and at the same time, I don't know if it's like me getting a rhythm in my mind, but like it starts off being like meh, meh, yeah, 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 and like you just start going faster and faster, and they just start getting crookeder and crookeder. But yeah, yes, we were talking about using different types of drill bits to drill holes and or melt holes into plastic tubs for our animals.
That hard hitting hole drilling
The debate
discussion,
right.
everybody's been dying for.
Tyson says that he saw a video of a guy who had several soldering irons, like attached together. Now,
like a jig for them. I've heard of a few people having those. I've really wanted to make one.
So you guys know the professional deli cups that we get from like reptile shows and reptile wholesalers and stuff like that. The ones that they use for, I guess it's like not fruit flies because they have screen. I guess it's like a hornworm larva, where it's like pinhead sized cricket holes in the top.
Yeah,
that is an electro-pneumatic comb, like a spike comb. And as the polyurethane lids come through the thing, it just goes chung 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 chung, and it punches like 30 holes at once. But it's electrically charged to be the exact temperature it needs to be to melt the polyurethane without stringies. And that's why those holes in those lids look so damn good. Wild.
It's crap.
One of these days, somebody's going to make a tool for putting holes in tubs that is literally just for like the handful of nerds. And they're going to sell about 35 of them, and everybody's going to be super happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll have 2.
We should get Paint Shop to see if he can make that with his water cutting abilities.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Should.
I want to know if that's like a feasible thing. I don't know. But we're here tonight. It's Monday night. Episode 249. Claiborne's in the house.
What's up?
Look at him in his old man rocker.
Yeah, dude, this thing's sweet. I had to upgrade the little kitchen chair I was using last time. I couldn't walk the next day.
Got that Black Gap shirt, bro. Loving it. Oh
yeah.
I still need to send one of those to Paint Shop and one to Austin.
Yeah.
How did I get mine before Austin? It's his steak, isn't it?
I don't know. What are the plans for 250?
I am pretty sure. I don't know. Let's say it. It'll be good. It'll be good.
There you go. It'll be good.
We have plans in motion.
Plans in motion.
Yes.
But this episode and that episode and many more after it are brought to you by blackboxcages.com. Go give them a follow on all the socials, Facebook, Instagram. If you're curious about what they have to offer, go to blackboxcages.com, shop around. Not just cages. If you like racks, they've got racks. If you don't like racks, they've got cages. Pretty much anything you could need as far as sizes and dimensions and things go. And then on the cages, there's a ton of add-on options as far as lighting, heat panels, heat bulbs. If you do like the traditional bulbs with sort of the cages,
under rack storage with casters and floor plates.
Yeah,
I kind of wish I had a spray for the casters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jake swears by the casters at this point. He's like, dude, I won't get something without casters.
I highly considered it, and I wish I had considered it a little more
If I had,
that would have been sweet.
If I didn't have carpet, I would be all about them. But since I have carpet,
how about this? I got carpet, and I'm going to buy them and put them on all my stuff because I can vacuum underneath it by just rolling the shit out. And when a hurricane comes, when a hurricane comes, I can wheel stuff into another room or at least face the back of the rack or back of the tubs to the window, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I could stick all this shit in my hallway in about 30 minutes if I had, casters on all this. But
exactly.
Yeah. Well, it's handy for him because he can just, when he wants to cool stuff down, he just wheels it into the garage.
Yeah.
Wheels it out of his room.
Yeah.
So it's pretty nifty. But
yep.
I don't know. I think eventually we'll replace the carpet in the house because there's only a couple rooms there's 2 rooms that have it. One being the snake room. So I think if we ever get rid of that, which I think is on the home ownership docket at some point, I may get casters for them and switch them over because I do like the ability to move stuff around.
Yeah,
it's these racks are heavy. Like even with the tubs, especially, dude, they're hefty. And
yeah, I'm about to have to drag all of these back off of the wall to hook the heat up because I just couldn't take it, and I put stakes in them. And I was like, "Oh, you're stupid, Harry. This is what you get for being impatient. Now you have to drag all these off the wall and run probes and stuff." But they look good.
They look good. They do look good. I will say this too. Yes, it is more difficult to wheel stuff on carpet, but I have in the snake room 3 baker's racks on trash casters, and they still wheel fine. Like you should have someone else there to help you nudge so you don't knock anything over, but you could wheel it on carpet perfectly fine, no problem. Now adding a black box vivarium with substrate might put a little too much weight.
That's a lot.
But I feel like it's nowhere near as bad as we have it in our mind.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
I guess it depends on the carpet too. If it's like a thicker,
if you got like shag,
you got some shag in there, yeah.
If you got shag,
look out the shag in my snake room. Come party in my snake room.
The amount of mealworms and stuff probably hiding out in the fibers of that forest of shag is.
Yeah, the shag jungle.
Oh no.
But yes,
if
black
you see
box.
something new like on that website, use the code THN25 at checkout, get a little bit of a discount. Double down on those savings. Choose the pickup option. Save on shipping, and do what Harry did and run on up the black box and pick it up.
Ran right on up there. 14-hour round trip. Totally worth it to get a tour of the shop though. They run a tight ship, and it was really, really fun to get to see how they do everything.
That's great, man.
Yeah, they're impressive.
It was there for 30 minutes. It was like, oh, I don't want to get back in this truck.
Yeah. It's always like I
drive it back and unload it.
Same thing when Jake and I go up there, man. It's like a 5-hour drive, and then we get there. We're there for like 15 minutes. We're like, okay, see you later. It's like back on the road.
I left at 3 a.m. and got home, I think, at like sunset, like 6:30 or so. And I was like, this has been, if it wasn't for what I was doing, this would have been one of the worst days of my life.
That's rough, man.
Maniac. Yeah.
I was like, these things could sit in the damn trailer overnight. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm at a point where if we're gonna go, I'd rather just get a hotel and stay overnight or something, and not have to. That 1 day rocket run is just sucks.
I spent half of the freight fee in caffeine to make that trip possible.
Forget the gas, just caffeine.
Yes. Oh yeah, the gas is separate. That's a separate bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even that far of a drive for us compared to Harry, and it's still just like, ugh.
The hubris of it all.
Yeah. But Fulvius Apparel. Also, if you need a hat, you need a shirt, you need coffee mugs, you need hoodies, you need to grab some. I'm not doing a Black Friday sale or Cyber Monday or Christmas. I'm just doing a holiday season sale. So sometime this week, I'm thinking probably Friday, I'll start. It'll be a sale that'll be buy 2, get 1 free site-wide. And then you'll get a keychain and a koozie with your order. And then I have that Carhartt backpack that I've been meaning to do as like a giveaway for the last 6 months. It's just been sitting here in the house wrapped in plastic, but I'm going to make that where if you place an order during the sale, that gets you an entry into the drawing for that. So like if you place multiple orders, you get multiple entries. There's no real limit. So that'll start, like I said, probably Friday, and then that's going to run until New Year's Day. I'm just going to run it for, a month and a half or whatever, because I figured instead of doing a Black Friday sale and then doing a Christmas sale, like let's just save everyone the hassle and just do it for, the month plus.
Just give them what they want.
That's right. So that'll be happening soon. Keep your eyes peeled there. And then cold-blooded caffeine. Well, backtrack. For now, until the sale starts, use the code THN at checkout on fulviusapparel.com and get 15% off your order. That is the exclusive promo code for THN listeners and viewers like you. I am doing the 12 Supreme Days of Christmas with Wally Kern. Wally Kern puts that on each year, and it's awesome. So when he hit me up a couple weeks ago saying, you want to do it again? I said, absolutely. So there will be some stuff up for grabs there. Go check that out. If you want more information, go check out his YouTube channel. He's got some videos from the previous years, and I'm sure he's starting to get that together because it's a pretty big event he does every year. He puts a ton of work into it. So
he does.
Yeah, go check that out. There's going to be, I'm doing Fulvius gift certificate, store credit type deals, but I'm doing one for the kids section. I'm doing one for the adults.
Excellent.
So I think I'm doing like $100 on both.
Cool.
I honestly, I need to go back and look, but either way, it's awesome. Wally's awesome. It's cool. It's a cool thing he's doing. Last year was the first year I'd done it. So, when he hit me up again, it was a no-brainer. So be on the lookout for that because it will be starting soon. And then cold-blooded caffeine, coffee, Snakes and Stogies blend. You got to get it. Mexico, Rwanda, together in a bag. The best coffee around. And whether it's the Snakes and Stogies blend or one of the, I don't even know how many blends they're up to now, and like between their house blends and affiliate blends, like there's a lot of choices, and he's got a lot of different countries he's using. So hop on over to their website at coldbloodedcaffeine.com. Use the code SMOKE at checkout. That should get you, I believe, 10% off. There's a ton of coffee on there to choose from. We're partial to our blend because it's our blend. It's our baby. And it's also just freaking delicious. So
delicious.
It's Christmas. I don't know if Trey has anything planned as far as like holiday or Black Friday sales, but I'd imagine he's going to be doing something. So give him a follow on Facebook and Instagram as well and see what they've got cooking up over there. So what are you lighting up there, Phil?
I am lighting up something that is not normally in my wheelhouse. I went for something completely different tonight, and I got an aging room La Boheme.
Oh, I don't know that I've had that one.
Yeah, and I never noticed
I do like aging room stuff.
Yeah, the footband says by Rafael Nadal.
The Ninja Turtle?
I never noticed that footband before. So, but yeah, La Boheme. And
have
yourself,
you had that one before?
I have not had this one before.
Oh.
I've had a ton of aging rooms, just not this one. Yeah,
it's they make good stuff. It's all solid. I'm my usual Adobe.
There it is.
This has just become, man, like one of my all-time favorites, just in terms of consistency, the price. It's just a good smoke. So if you see them, recommend them.
Snatch them.
Give them a shot. They're good. Personally, I think the Toro so they do a Robusto, a Gordo, which is like a 6x60, and then Toro.
The Gordo.
I find the Toro is the best size and ring gauge for that blend.
Yeah.
The 60 is okay. It's not better than the Toro, but still solid.
Yeah.
Toro's typically what I go for. So
it's good, man. It's good. Harry, your adult vice.
Looks like melatonin. Muted.
He's also muted.
That helps.
There you go.
Adult Vice. Didn't have time to get a cigar. It's also a frigid 55 outside right now, so I'm a Floridian, damn it. We have a local brewery, Sensory Overload. It's from Ology Brewing. Ology Brewing Company. It's a hazy Citra India Pale Ale. Don't make fun of me.
Wow,
they're delicious. They're delicious.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah, I know.
How is it though?
Oh, it's delicious. I mean, it's no Miller Lite, but it's it'll get you by.
It's no High Life, but it'll do.
Yeah. That's cool. So, yeah, love local brew.
Oh yeah, no, that place kicks ass.
Yeah, we've got a couple here across the county that are pretty solid.
Yeah, I don't get to spend as much time crawling around all the local beer joints, but they started selling these in the gas station, so I was like, we're gonna bring some.
We have one here that's nice because it's kind of the complete opposite of like the downtown bar scene, which granted is not big here, but like you can bring your kids, you can bring your dog, like it's much more relaxed, much it's not rowdy, like they don't play any of the bullshit doesn't come around because they don't allow it. You know, it's just nice. Like it's no drama, it's not chaotic, it's just pleasant.
Yeah.
Unlike the bars downtown, which are the opposite.
Balance in all things.
Yes.
You gotta have both.
Can't tell you the last time I was in a bar, you know?
I haven't even been in that many in my life, honestly. I never got into that scene.
Oh, I did a lot of that.
Never got the appeal. Did nothing.
And you know what the worst part is? I'm at a point in my life now where I can say decades. And like we went to a lot of bars.
I don't.
Yeah.
I never got the appeal. I don't.
Oh, it was great, man. It was great.
I don't know.
This is when you could smoke indoors. This is when, you
didn't have to wear a seatbelt when you drove, and you could have a beer with a kid in the back seat, and you'd be fine. Because
I'm not that old. No, I was gonna say like they had like
prohibition was in full swing.
$2 beer night, $3 beer night. $2 buckets.
Pool tournaments, $2 beers, just like the works, man.
Smoke at the table. It was glorious.
It's an important part of.
Yeah, there was actually.
I would say growing up, but that sounds bad.
Yeah, right. That is part of growing up. There was a bar downtown, not like downtown Fort Lauderdale downtown, like real city downtown, but like in my local area, that was a Mexican restaurant that closed down, and they opened it. It was called The Toad. And man, we went there like 3, 4, sometimes 5 nights a week for like a solid 2 years. And then they had college nights. They had all kinds of games and shit, but it closed down and went back to being a Mexican restaurant. It's still a Mexican restaurant. This was almost 20 years ago.
That'd have been a sweet T-shirt.
What?
Like the Toad.
The Toad.
Like a bar
shirt. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure they had one. Who'd have thought to get a T-shirt from a bar? Ugh.
Yeah. No. Man, this bar kicks so much ass. I'm gonna get a T-shirt. Yeah.
It did. So. Oh yeah. And then honestly, we used to find bars that were downtown, like downtown Fort Lauderdale, downtown Miami, and we would go there a few nights in a row, and we were single, we were making all right money, and the wait staff starts to learn you, the management starts to learn you. Now everyone's on a first name basis or a nickname basis, and we'd rack up a crazy bar tab, and the bill would only be $100 at the end of the night, and I don't think I could do that now. Like monetarily, I know I couldn't do that now, but just in general, I think I'm too old. I think I just couldn't hack it.
Nobody wants to be the oldest guy at the bar.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I mean, unless it's like a biker dive bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think South Carolina may have outlawed the tab thing. Like, I don't think you're allowed to do tabs anymore at a bar.
Are you kidding?
I don't think so.
Really? I mean, what's the difference whether you have a tab or like you give them your credit card to hold on to? What's the difference?
I mean, like people like rack up a tab, leave, and then.
Oh yeah, no, that I've never experienced that ever.
Oh yeah, no.
Like, put it on my tab. I'll come back and pay it.
I hear that you can go by there in the morning and get your card back from these places, and that they'll charge you like an automatic 30% gratuity. So I've heard from
that,
definitely not me a bunch.
I feel like that it has been a trend over the past few years. So I've never done that. I have had it where it was like, hey Phil, Cindy told me that you forgot to tip her last night, so you might want to throw a little extra on tonight. And oh yes, shit, man, sorry. I have had that happen.
Either you choose the amount or she chooses the amount. The choice is yours.
Yeah, well, it can't be like that down by me. They, I guess if you don't write in the actual tip, like, and if you don't write in the tip correctly, or you don't do the math correctly on the total, they won't charge the tip. And basically that's what I did. I think I just I didn't do my math right because I was probably drunk, and she didn't get any tips, and I felt bad because this is when everybody knew us and we were regulars.
She probably saw you coming in. It's like, oh god.
Is that how you got your nickname at that bar?
No
tips, Phil over here. I see.
I did not have a nickname at the bar.
Dick Tip Wolf.
Oh jeez.
There it is.
So what's new, Harry? How are you liking your black box racks?
Oh, man. Yeah. Now that they're in here, that was a chore.
Were they everything you thought they would be and more?
Oh yeah, dude. I had a couple of those V70 stacks that I've had for several months now, and
a timeless classic.
Oh yeah, and so we went kind of nuts this time, but man, it's nice having everything just streamlined,
uniform.
Like it's I think like I'm still neck deep in getting everything situated in here. I've still got a couple of my Harry Box classic redneck racks that I'm looking at right now on the other side.
Harry Box.
Yeah, I decided not to market those as such, but for many reasons. But yeah, we're hoping to have all that stuff out of here soon. I think I've got right at enough room to get everybody in the black box. But yeah, it's been a chore. We lots of hole drilling, lots of moving stuff around, all that. But we're getting there, and I cannot wait. I can already tell that it's just. I think honestly, my care is going to improve at this point, just because of how streamlined.
Yeah,
everything's going to be.
For sure.
And I, not that I was, by any means neglecting my animals, but just. I mean, if you could do something more efficiently, you can do it more often. And yeah. I'm excited about that. And yeah,
that's great, man.
I like walking in here a lot more. It's a lot less cluttered and stuff, even though it's everything I hoped it would be. Now I need cages. That's the problem. Is I was over there when I did my little tour, I was talking to them and I was like, this is going to be bad.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Let me get all this stuff in and bring a tape measure in here, and how high can we go with that kind of thing. So
yeah, and Harry has the same problem I do. We are vertically challenged, so how high can I go without having to get a stool, or how high can I go where it's not dangerous and or cumbersome?
We're there. Yeah. These two V28 stacks there.
Ooh, boy, look at that stack.
Are taller,
damn,
or almost taller than me. And
damn, that's a fucking rack right there, bro.
Dude, those things are like, you can read on a tape measure and all that, how tall it is, and know how tall it is. Then you put the damn thing in here and you're like, oh boy.
Whoa, yeah.
And those are 70 depth?
No, they are. The V28s are about 10 to 12 inches shallower than the
thank God.
the V70. Yeah, I have these V70s and they stick out so far. I'm probably about to completely rearrange how they are and put those against the back corner, because it's those things are long, dude.
Yeah, they are very long.
Kind of like when you're pulling tubs, it kind of like choke points your room a little bit, but Got to have them. Those are an awesome tub, and it's a lot of room for activities.
Yeah, I don't regret my 70. I have 170 rack. I don't regret it, but I won't be buying them ever again. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're very, very long, and like it's cumbersome, but
yeah.
I mean, I can't even reach in the back and hit the back of a V70, dude. Like,
no. But they are very sturdy, and you can pull those damn things out and leave like 2 inches in the rack, and it's just going to sit there and be just, rigid. You can like spot clean and stuff with 2 hands.
Harry could damn near climb in there to the back of the V70 rack.
Probably could, dude.
Needs to.
Yeah, we'll try it one day.
Yeah, they serve multiple purposes, but I mean, I only keep the Trans-Pecos copperheads in there just because it's easy for them at least and for me. But I also keep a couple ones on the bottom empty and partially cracked open, A, to show that they're empty, and B, as an oh shit vessel.
Jail.
In case something gets a little squirrely, I can just throw it in there real quick. If it's coming out of the trash can or it doesn't want to go back in its enclosure, I can coax it into a small dark crevasse. And
I have one empty V70 in the middle, down at the bottom, almost exactly like what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And the rest of them are full of pissed off Getula Kings, and among a few other odds and ends. Yeah. But yeah, it's nice to just be like, all right, you know what, damn it, you go in there, kind of thing. If like I'm in a pinch like that. I was very, very adamant that I would have one that I could keep empty just for like, that. And obviously the stakes are a little lower with a king snake, but sometimes you need to just put the damn thing down for a second,
Oh, for sure.
That it's already come in handy, and they've been in here a week or week and a half.
Yeah, and I always learned to keep the at least the bottom one empty, clean, sanitized, in case something happens and you make a mess and you just need a fresh, clean tub. You have one on the bottom, and you don't have time to clean the disgusting mess that happened in the snake's tub. You have that nice, clean one handy. But
real quick,
there's also been times where we had like I had a Cobra that had bad stuck shed, so I put it in the trash can and then let it soak with like 2 inches of water in the bottom of the trash can, and the lid's in the trash can, everything's fine. And then I noticed like a snake gurged in another tub. Well, I can't put it in the trash can to hold it, but I can put it in the other drawer for the time being. Or better yet, I'll just set that other drawer up with all new bedding and a new hide box and everything, take it out, give the snake a whole new tub, and then the one with the gurge in it, I'll just purge that, and that will then be the new quote unquote clean tub.
And purge the gurge, man.
Purge the gurge, man. That's it. So, but dude, those racks look fantastic in that room.
I'm very, very happy with these. I've got one of the little XR16s here to my left as well, like the little hatchling rack guys with, and that thing has been a lot of fun with the different size tubs and everything. I'm digging that.
Now, I do not have the privilege or pleasure of having a black box rack. I only have Vivs. How is the gap? How is the sliding? And do you need Smitty shims?
I use the Smitty shims probably more so for my own
peace of mind.
Peace of mind, yeah.
Yeah,
and like in these V35s, I've got like, for example, I've got Scarlet Kings in these things, and they're, if there's something's going to get out of something, even the adults, they're just like they're very determined little bastards, and there's not much of a gap, and like I'm not like Jake was telling me, just cut a little bit of that shim and
take
it in the back. But when I was putting these V15s in, I was sitting down on the ground, sliding them in and shining a light back there, and there was a pretty negligible gap at the back. Like I did not feel that with anything I'm putting in these that it was necessary for me to do that. Now I am still shimming up the front just because it does kind of seat the whole thing there, and because I don't know. I like it. I like the little added security. It's a little harder to pull them out in case a little toddler hand comes in here and goes to grab one. It's an added difficulty. Like I can't just pull one out. You got to, it's the extra action.
Yeah.
And that slows you down a little bit. But if you're about to feed that rack, just come through and rip all those fuckers out, feed, do your thing, and then come back and just like a a blackjack dealer. Just throw them back in there, and you're good to go, man.
That's it. I actually found that when I do the shim in the back of the tub, it would open the front.
Yeah, cause it to kind of like kilter it down like that. Yeah.
So then I had to use 2 shims. While as if I just did the front shim, I don't know if that's maybe just my tubs, I don't know, but if I just did the front, I didn't have a gap in the back. So I don't know if it's because of the heat tape track that's back there on my particular. I've got a Sea Serpents and I've got a No Name, and both of them do it. And I think it might be because of the heat tape track that's in there. But
it was also, I mean, you know, like this stuff is flexible. I mean, it's made out of PVC, so there's a little bit of flexibility. And I've noticed if you shim your way up the entire thing, there will be one that one or two that you don't need it on, and that's just it kind of pressing against itself over time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just kind of, do what you need. But I honestly like the big stuff. If it's got a shim in it, it's just because I felt like it. Like there ain't no damn Brooks King gonna get out of that, of a V70, unless it just like muscles its way out or something.
Well, and that's what I did on the V70s. I have those copperheads in. I don't have a shim in every single one, because then it would bow, if anything. But I have one every other one, just as that extra tightness in the front.
Mm-hmm. So just kind of punctuate it and get it out as you need it, kind of thing. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
But no, I'm super happy with these. I've been running a little heater in here just because I don't have a lot of these guys on heat, and like my room stays pretty cold typically. But I hooked up a probe and a stat and all that to this little hatchling rack, because I was like, well, you guys, let's take care of y'all first. It was also the easiest one to drag around and do that too. And I was really impressed with the tracking for running the probe wire.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like the little, like the little dugout for that. That was a nice little touch that I didn't expect. And I was like, oh, what am I going to do about this? This is going to hit the tub. Oh, wow.
No, and that's not great coming out either. If that thing comes out, that cord is you'd sooner have that probe like literally rip.
Oh yeah, dude. No, and I foil taped it down just for shits and gigs, but like I probably didn't need to. I wasn't going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
But no, these things have been nice. I can't wait to get my hands on some caging. I've got a few things that would really benefit from that. The Spilotes I'll probably have a couple of years on before I have to try to fit an 8-foot cage in this room, which is going to be a circus act.
I was going to ask you, what do you got them in now?
I have those cohabbed in a vertical exo right now in my dining room. They are not in here yet. That was the makeshift post Daytona QT, was the dining room, and like I got the Barons out there. I got a couple Alterna out there. I've got those guys, and it's like
it's big. It's tall.
You've seen it. It was like 2 foot by like 18 by like 3 foot tall almost, or something like that. But I corked it all out and put a bunch of limbs and stuff in it, and just threw them in there, and they've been jiving, man. Those guys are crazy. Yeah. Like it's really cool to watch them, kind of figure out what's good and, come out and watch you and stuff.
So the reason I ask is because I just did a very small reptile perches order. Our good buddy David Brahms, who's the master 3D perch maker.
Original 3D perch
maker. 3D perch maker. Shout out David Brahms, the reptile perch. Is it reptileperch.com or thereptileperch.com?
I think
now I got to check it because I can't be sending people to the wrong people. It is. Where? Reptile perch. It is reptileperch.com.
Oh.
So.
I was gonna say, whichever one that's not that is something horrible on the internet. You just know it.
Probably. Oh, the scalation. Yes, www.reptileperch.com. Our good buddy Brahms. So yeah, I was gonna say is he has some great looking 3D printed bolt-on perches that look like vines and look like branches. And man, you should 1000% look at how you want to choreograph that for the Black Box Viv when the time comes for the Spilotes.
Oh, dude, I'm excited. I don't know I'm honestly kind of thinking about separating them. Just they're doing great. Obviously that's a species that you don't really worry about any sort of like, aggression or anything.
Yeah, no cannibalism per se.
No, they prefer to be, but feeding anything cohabbed is infinitely more challenging because you have food hogs, you have more, timid feeders. But what I've been able to do is punctuate it a little bit. Like you let Fat Boy, come out and eat and get his fill, and then he kind of tucks away for a day or two. Then she'll come out, and I can, get her to. So that's been kind of neat to do. Something I will say, which I'm sure Brahms probably makes something a little bit more, intricate than this, but those little magnetic crested gecko food and water dish, little cavey, little rock ledge things.
Yeah.
Worth their weight in gold. I got one of those in there, dude. You throw a handful of fuzzies in there, like they still kind of want live sometime, bro. Little extra water dish up there, bunch of little, little floppy moving fuzzies up there, just oh man, because they've still kind of every now and then they want live a little bit, and those are just deep enough to where fuzzies won't, tumble out usually, but oh, dude, those things are great. Like if I had more of them, because I actually robbed one off one of my crested geckos and had to order another one. But like if I had a few more, which I may invest in, like those things are great. Like I would have 3 of them in there just for like water dishes and stuff. Like, oh man,
yeah, for sure, man, for sure.
Solved the hell out of a problem very, very easily for me.
I love, Brahms has the tub perches that have the hole for the water bowl.
Yeah.
So like I don't have any animal that would per se need that, but I'm not going to say if, I'm going to say when the time comes and I finally produce Subox, I'm probably going to wind up buying a bunch of those from him just to do what you said and like leave some pinkies in an elevated position just in case something wants to hunt on a rock ledge, investigate. Yeah.
Dude, yeah. These things, they check it every morning. They come out and they go, oh, okay, I'll just get some water then. And the female uses it as a perch. Like it's kind of on, under the basking area. And yeah, she comes out there and lays across it. Sometimes it's tough enough to support her. They're still pretty little, but like
excellent,
great thing. Like moving forward, there will always be some type of elevated water and food option and like anything like that. That was something that I was fortunate enough to learn very quickly, is that they really dig that. And
yeah. I saw some guy online. I should go back and find the video, but we all know how bromeliads will hold water, right? And dart frogs will, lay eggs in it, and tree frogs will lay their eggs in it, and animals make it like their own little, apartment building, right? Well, I saw a guy who took a fake synthetic silk, rubber, silicone, whatever, fake bromeliad looking plant, and then put like some kind of tape around it and then beat it in silicone with like a paintbrush and made it hold water.
Oh man.
And then he used those in lieu of a aerial water bowl.
Oh, that's awesome.
And like had them, and they're complete fake, they're dishwasher safe, whatever. They're fake Brahms, but they looked great. And he had elevated water bowls essentially. So
I need to find some fake bromeliads to put in there. It's about time to have to redo all that stuff. They're
add a little color.
There's a lot of dead oak leaves in there right now, and then like live Hobby Lobby plant or fake Hobby Lobby plants, and it doesn't really look that good.
Dude, anymore. Hobby Lobby, man, it's where I get the best fake arid decor.
Oh, dude, I've got a Hobby Lobby bag, like one of the big ones hanging on a doorknob right next to me, that's just full of freaking plants from there, dude.
The next Suboc Viv that I'm doing, I'm gonna do 2 Wild Rose Pass, and I have big fake, I guess it's like vinyl. It feels kind of vinyl-y, but it's probably some kind of rubber. They're fake agave, but they have wire in them, so you can like bend the leaves and make them bendy. So I'm gonna basically just get some some bigger pieces of cork, just use that step drill bit, the same drill bit I use for the tubs, drill a pilot hole, shove in the fake agave, and then just slather a bunch of dry lock on the outside and throw some sand on it and just make it look more rock-ish so it's not looking like cork. But dude, Hobby Lobby for the win. Fake agave, like, it's awesome.
You can also get a gigantic sack of zip ties there for like nothing. And let me tell you what, I'm a zip tie technician when it comes to any sort of cage decor. Like, I am so quick to use a zip tie to attach something to something else, and especially if you can get like the clear ones or like the black ones, depending on what you're putting it to.
Yeah,
that's my jam. And yeah, lots of this stuff, more than you would probably be comfortable with, is held together by freaking zip ties. But
nice,
it's wonderful.
Nice. It's cool, man. It works. Ingenuity. I love it. Absolutely love it.
It's good stuff.
Oh man,
we're slowly converting Harry over to the spider world.
You shut your mouth.
Yeah, we're getting some stuff with 8 legs, man.
One stuff with 8 legs.
What'd you get?
I got a cobalt, or no, not cobalt. See, I don't even know what it's called, Smitty. Green bottle blue the other day.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it was one I always wanted as a kid, and I figured that would get all these spider nerds off my back and solve that problem for me that I
He's
wanted.
got me and Keller DMing him pictures of stuff that he's like mentioned, and we're like, get it.
He's like, oh yeah, here, you know who's got one of these? You're like, hey, yeah.
He's gonna have an army of pole cripes in no time. Just a whole rack of pole cripes, big as his face.
Oh no,
I love it.
No, I've against my better judgment, I've started a list.
I knew it.
Yeah, I've got a list of weird, shiny spiders that I feel like I need now.
Oh, he's in the metallic shiny.
Nah, well, I use the term shiny more for like eye candy, but
okay. So we're not. Is Versicolor still a thing, Smitty?
Yeah,
it's just
they're on it. To be fair, they're on the list. That's
nice.
Another one that before my recent reintroduction into tarantulas. That is one that I wanted from back a long time ago as well.
Yeah.
OBTs are bothering me.
Oh wow!
I don't know why I feel like I need OBTs, but
that's a stark jump there.
It's a lot of it is, and it's really it's a very eclectic little list. Like those, God dang,
those chromatis.
The chromatis, those are really cool. It's like old world, new world, just random crap that I've found and been like, oh, those are cool.
Nice.
No rhyme or reason, but who's to say there has to be?
Yeah, exactly.
The nice thing about spiders is there doesn't have to be.
No, I just
you can just have stuff because it's cool, and you can have 20 of it, and no one cares.
You see, that's what I thought about snakes. Turns out it was true. Yeah, at least there's a little bit of a rhyme and reason around here. Well, I say that, and then there's the random crap that shows up that is random.
Like what?
I don't know. You'll see tomorrow.
I don't know.
And speaking of random, Tyson, I got your message about Fort Lauderdale. It's Broward County, my friend. It will always be Broward County. Broward County for life. Continue, please, gentlemen.
It's not Boca.
That's Palm Beach County.
Oh my God! What? How many names does each one have?
What do you mean? They're different counties.
Is it Boca? Is it Broward?
You know how y'all have cities and counties in South Carolina? Would it totally blow your mind to hear that in Florida we have cities and counties? Although to be fair, once you get past about Tampa, it's all kind of the same to me too. Sorry, Phil.
That's fine.
And I'm from here.
Yeah, the more south in Florida you get, the bigger the counties become.
Yeah.
So, and the more populous. I think last time I checked, so I'm in Broward County, which is Fort Lauderdale's county. And I think last time I checked, we were like 2.3 or 2.4 million people for just the county. I think Miami-Dade County is now at like 3.1 million.
You can't have a county within a county.
It's a different county.
I'm so confused.
Fort Lauderdale is in Broward County. Okay. I currently reside in Broward County.
Which one is it?
It's right now, it's called Broward County. The city of Fort Lauderdale is located in Broward County.
Okay. See, that makes sense.
That county has approximately 2.3, 2.4 million people in it. The county to the south of us is a
Cuba.
county that it was formerly called Dade County, and it has the city of Miami in it. But the city of Miami is so freaking big that they voted to change the name of the county from just Dade to Miami-Dade County.
When did that happen?
Less than 10 years ago. No, probably more, probably like 15 years ago. And that county, I think, has over 3 million people in it. And then the really confusing one is Monroe County. Monroe County is the very, very tippity bottom of the state, just below Miami. All of the Keys, all of the real true Everglades National Park, the whole southern tip of Florida, and up over into Everglades City, just south of Naples. That's the weird one.
You see, I'm just up here in like glorified South Georgia. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about all that.
Yeah.
I used to ride my bike to the gas station that was in Georgia when I was a kid.
And then from Boca Raton north through northwest Palm Beach into like Jupiter, that's all Palm Beach County.
Yeah. I'm from Ratface, Florida.
Yep. You want to know the story of that? Why it's the mouth of the rat, Boca Raton? So in pre-colonial times, so like 1600s, when the Spanish settled in St. Augustine and sent ships south to basically converge with the other colonial type ships that were in the Caribbean and the Bahamas, there was an inlet that from the crow's nest or the top of the mast of the ship, whatever, El Carajo, right? It looked like a rat's head. And they actually drew it on the map as a rat's head with a mouth. And you would the river delta was the mouth of the rat. So they called it Boca Raton, right? Well, over time, that shit just got eroded by tidal fluxes and waterways and rising of the oceans and falling of the oceans, whatever it is.
By being Florida,
right? Hurricanes, all that crap. And when they came back, they're like, oh man, we don't know where that inlet is. Well, they found what is now Boca Inlet. And they're like, this has got to be it. And they just named it Boca Raton. But it's not, it's not even where it was. The real rat mouth was like 40 miles south. Something like
rat
that.
Mouth.
Somebody's going to Google this in Wikipedia and correct me and tell me you're wrong, Phil.
Oh, Phil was full of shit.
Yeah.
Honestly, that story's even crazier if you just made it up on the spot, though.
I wish I did. I did.
Oh,
What's crazy is you guys know what a jetty is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Most people know what a jetty is. For the listeners that don't know what a jetty is a series of rocks that is man-made, and it stretches out almost like a pier or like a dock. It stretches out off the beach into the ocean. And you'll usually find them on one side of an inlet or an entry waterway from the ocean to inland, right? Nobody realizes why they're there. They're there because the tidal flow moves the earth and sand from one side of the beach to the other side of the beach across that inlet. And if you didn't have that jetty there to stop that sand from moving, it would just erode the one side and build up on the other side. So now all across Florida, the cities and the communities dredge up the sand on the north side or on the south side and redeposit it on the north side. And they'll have to do this forever. Otherwise, the coastline is just going to take it back. And all those condos and hotels and beautiful rich people land will be destroyed.
Yeah, we have that problem with the state park here. Like they had to put, they call them groins. I'm assuming it's the same concept, just smaller.
Yeah.
But but the erosion is so bad that they had to put a handful of them up like the entire length of down the beach to get it to stop eroding.
Wow, that's wild, man.
Yeah, this is where they shot Forrest Gump. That scene where Bubba dies.
Yeah,
it's on Hunting Island.
On the eroded groin.
And now that lagoon that they shot and like that scene in front of it's no longer like a lagoon. Now it's just
like a pickle,
like a little river that cuts. Yeah, it's a pickleball court.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, look, Mike's saying that the houses that were falling into the ocean of the Outer Banks this year, and they took the jetty away a few years ago. That's it. But how did we get on the topic of this? I'm sorry.
I have no idea, but it's been great.
Yeah. Mouth of the rat.
I'm learning.
Yes.
Yeah. It's Smitty's fault. Yeah. Rat mouth.
Yeah. What's actually crazy is Boca Raton. This is where it gets even more fucked up. So in South Florida, within the counties, you have the cities. Within the outside and around the cities, you have unincorporated areas. So when I lived in Boca, I technically did not live in Boca Raton, even though my address was Boca Raton. The Boca Raton Police Department is not who would show up at my house. It would be a sheriff's office because technically I lived in Boca del Mar. So there's actually 3 different Bocas. Boca Raton is east on the beach with all the rich people. Boca del Mar was in the middle with like the normal people. And then you have West Boca, which was unincorporated Palm Beach County. And that's where you have like agricultural fields and some houses. And now they're developing it and putting billion-dollar mansions and shit out there, trying to take away our Everglades. But it's constantly dynamic, always changing.
I guess I need to come down there and visit the Everglades while I got a chance.
Yeah.
I'm the worst Floridian ever, dude.
You got to do it, man. You got to come down.
Yeah.
You got to come down.
Can we plan an A&M trip?
Yeah.
In spring or something?
We need to, man.
Y'all gonna come down?
Might actually find something.
No, I want to go back to Apalachicola.
Yeah, I need to go. I've never been.
Come on.
You do. It's awesome.
Need to wait about a week later than we did that time that y'all came up. I don't know. I mean, it's so damn all over the place here. You know, like I think the week before you guys came, it was like 85 degrees all weekend. You know, I don't know. I hadn't been able to get out much in between toddler and work and all that stuff. But
damn kids.
But I mean, hell, dude, it's amazing. I feel like this time, really in Florida, if you're willing to, poke around a little bit, you can kind of find something whenever. Like, I mean, I've found canes in February in damn South Georgia, that like 30 minutes from here. Like, it's not, it's not unheard of, on a warm afternoon, nothing around here really goes to sleep with any real. Like, I'm not convinced you can't find something pretty much whenever you want, as long as it's not like in the damn 40s.
I mean, as cold as it has been, yeah, I used to be like, you could totally find stuff if you look hard enough in the winter here because it doesn't get that cold. But given last year and so far this year, it's been pretty damn chilly.
If you just gotta believe. No, I've had crap luck. The pygmy count from the last couple of years has been abysmal in this area, and I can't decide if it's just lack of reps or something more sinister.
I think I cursed the lands when I found that. Found that dead one.
I think I've probably only found a handful since then.
Yeah, I take.
And that's normally it's all your fault.
Speaking of cold weather, I forgot to put in the water heater on my guppy tank last weekend.
Oh yeah,
it got real cold. But I actually had more survive than I thought I did, and so I think I'm creating like a super breed of guppy that is
cold tolerant,
extremely cold tolerant. Because I've actually got a decent, like I still have enough to keep the population growing.
A new master species.
Yeah. So I'm watching them swim around. A lot of them are actually surprisingly. A lot of the ones that survived were like little.
Could you? These are for, among other things, I'm sure, baby rhino food. The guppies.
Yeah.
Could you freeze them and thaw them out, or is it the movement that pretty much exclusively?
I think the movement is a pretty big part of it.
Yeah. Okay. I was always curious about that.
Once you got them going, though, like after you probably gave them a couple live ones, I feel like you could
just
offer them frozen or thawed, and they'd go for it. Because I've thought about it.
Okay, I was just curious about that. I was thinking about that the other day, actually. Like, I don't know if it would, help them get used to eating motionless prey items, so you could start chunking pinkies in there or not. But I don't know.
See, I've tried the floating pinky thing multiple times and got very, very mixed results. Like, I'd try it with 4 or 5 babies, and maybe one or two of those would actually eat the pinky that was floating around in there. All the other ones pretty much ignored it because it's just floating. It's not really moving.
Yeah,
it's just kind of in the way. Like, it's just there. So I don't know. Like, that's what so many people swore by. And like the couple of times that I've tried it, I'm like, I'm just gonna feed them live fish. Like, again, why are we fighting this? Why are we trying to circumvent the live fish thing? It's like
especially once you know with utmost certainty that one day they're going to be like, all right, I'll take that pinky. Like, just sounds like you're just kind of trying to make things harder for yourself by not just doing the thing that works.
Yeah,
for sure.
That one that had the worm issue, I did end up losing it.
Damn.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Damn,
that's tough.
Started going downhill and just didn't.
I guess you don't really have any way of knowing, but you think it was anything with related to that?
It might have been. I'm not entirely sure.
No real way of knowing, I guess. But
well, it just still ate and stuff, but it started looking rougher and rougher as it went. So I don't know. But
I hate that that's one of those things where sometimes you keep enough snakes and you kind of see something and go, I don't know about you.
Yeah, this ain't gonna work.
Like, what are you doing, man? And then it's just, and it's almost just like that little bit of intuition, and you're like, I don't know why I think this. Like, you just did that one little weird thing. You looked at me funny, and you're like, 6 months later, you're telling yourself, I knew it. Or less than that. But,
I mean, not to try and one up you, but I've got to the point where now I can smell it in the feces. Like, you can smell that something's not right. You know what I mean? You've smelled enough of the same poo from the same species, the same poo from the same individual animal. And all of a sudden, something's a little off. Yeah.
There's a crisscross in your plumbing, sir, or something like that. Yeah.
And I know people have always been like, oh, the snake's poo or the snake's urates were green, and like, obviously there's a bunch of viable reasons as to why it's green, but I've had snakes that were healthy as a horse with no parasites and not dehydrated, just let out green urates, and then the next week it was back to normal. So
yeah, I mean, it could just be a number of things.
I mean, I'm not saying don't rule it out, but I know that's something that people do oftentimes notice. Be like, oh my God, I didn't know where it started. Its urates are green now. Well, there could be an underlying reason, but at the same time, it could be totally normal. And yeah, Mike says, crypto poo is a very distinct Swedish smell. Like, I know that I've smelled that, and that's, I have not smelled it in a very long time. Thank God.
Yeah. My my mice group is rocking and rolling too, even though I tried feeding live to both the babies that have kind of been like hit or miss with frozen thawed, and they completely ignored the pinkies. And then that male that's going on the 2 years of not feeding, I put one in with him, and he just was like, "Fuck off, dude." I don't.
I keep kicking around doing mice, and it's just time keeps ticking. And I really wish I'd have just went ahead and set up a little, 20 gallon or something like a month and a half ago when I'd first I messaged you about it, Smitty. It was like, how quick's the turnaround on pinkies? Just because these damn spilotes, I'm making, multiple trips a week to the pet store and cleaning them out of fuzzies and stuff. I was like, damn, I could have been doing this by now. And here I am, a few weeks later going, damn, I could have been doing this by now, and I've just got a few things.
Yeah, I had pinkies, and now I've got some hoppers of what's left, and I've been spoiling the hell out of them, man. I gave them a couple of Ritz crackers yesterday, some of the whole wheat Ritz crackers, and they just immediately like went over to them. We're like, oh my god, what's this?
Was that what you put something in the chat with like the Petco dog bone? Was that for the mice?
No, so that's for the crickets and stuff.
Oh, that's right. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Crickets.
Yeah, I used to have a really hard time keeping crickets alive, but for whatever reason now, like I just have a critter keeper with no substrate or anything. One of those little 99-cent natural dog bones that's like the wheat or grain. I don't know how to describe it.
One of the ones in the bin up front.
Yeah, not like rawhide or anything like that.
Yeah,
one of those. Yeah, exactly.
A dog biscuit, like a milk bone,
and then a little dish of the water gel, and I have my Smitty special blend
birdseed
food that I use for the mealworms and stuff. I take one of the cups in a egg carton. I take one of those out and fill that up with some of that, and like crickets are freaking rocking and rolling for weeks.
Nice.
Like I don't know why I used to struggle so much keeping crickets alive, and now I'm like, I'm not even doing anything, and these things are still hanging in there.
If I had a better time keeping bugs alive, it would greatly alter my my opinion on certain lizard species that I want to keep. I just don't like bugs, man.
I got another dubia colony going too. Over the weekend, I picked up some dubias to start. Don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea yet, because
doing it for spiders.
Yeah,
it's so tough, man. It's so tough.
Why?
I feel like it's very much species specific, dude.
In what regard?
In the regard of like, there are tarantulas that I have had that were like, oh look, there it goes in the substrate. It's gone forever.
Oh yeah, like that for sure. But
yeah.
My concern is like being sensitized to them, being extra careful whenever I have to clean that bin out, that I'm wearing a ventilator of some sort, and because those things, dude, that's I just completely did it on a whim. I was like, I should get some dubia. Like then I don't have to go to PetSmart and buy crickets, every other week. I can just start.
Yeah.
Smitty said, it's been long enough. I've forgotten how bad this sucks. Let me get some more of these.
Yeah, I forgot what it felt like when my throat was closing up.
It's interesting you're talking about certain things, like certain tarantulas not liking certain prey items. Now that I'm an expert with my one GBB, it doesn't like supers. I don't know how many supers I've probably watched disappear into the damn soil in there.
Yeah,
loves create there's some supers in there, unless it's just eventually going okay, and getting them out when they if and when they resurface. But yeah, it had no desire, and so now I just have super worms for no reason again.
And I honestly don't know, but do any of you guys spiders eat superworm beetles, or are they repelled by them with that smoke smell, just like lizards?
I don't understand that, because I fed mealworm beetles to some of my stuff. They never even there wasn't even a second thought to it. They just grabbed it like it was anything else and ate it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Spiders.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, that was my question. Is I've never tried to feed one to a spider or a scorpion or anything.
I don't feel like there's a whole lot there, because it's all shellac.
Yeah. But think about how many lizard species are repelled by those things.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd rather a dubia become a roommate in a tub than a cricket.
Oh, for sure.
Because dubia, it's like, okay, whatever. You're just gonna hang out. You're extremely benign. Like a cricket, it's like cricket gets hungry enough. Cricket's gonna
get a little nibbly,
chewing on some stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I don't think dubia chirp either, do they?
They don't.
Even that hasn't been that bad. Like,
why would you jinx yourself with that?
I don't know. Like, they just haven't.
Yourself.
I don't mind. Crickets don't bother me. Like, doesn't
I will go to.
He's so used to telling bad dad jokes that he doesn't hear crickets.
Yeah, pretty much.
Exactly.
Get it?
I'm getting there.
You're on your way.
That was actually very clever. I will get crickets for myself from underground, and then I will bag some up and bring it to Anna Maria's for her lizards and her frog. But sometimes I won't be able to schedule that out, right? So I'll just stop at PetSmart and grab 20 crickets, whatever, 20 medium, and that'll do leopard geckos and her frog. Well, there'll be one cricket that I'll have fed that dumpy tree frog, and he didn't find it. And all of a sudden, it's
Song of his people.
Like Predator.
Someone has a trumpet in the room at 3 a.m, and here I am. She's upset because it's waking us up, and I'm gutting a dumpy tree frog enclosure trying to find one cricket.
Trying to find Achilles outside the gate screaming Hector.
Exactly.
In the middle of the night.
Yes. And all of a sudden I find that cricket and I feed it to a leopard gecko. And the leopard gecko eats it, and it's beautiful.
And all is well again.
And then we hear more chirping from another cricket.
See,
the song must continue.
Maybe it's the kazoos I listen to day in and day out.
Yeah.
To where background noise
You're tuning that pitch out.
Nothing, it doesn't exist to me anymore.
I imagine if I had to listen to kazoos all day, I'd probably,
People ask me that every day. They're like, "You have to listen to that every day," and I'm like, "I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't hear it. Unless I'm thinking about it, it's like the AC at this point."
It's like tinnitus, where randomly you're like, "Oh my god, this is horrible," and it's been doing it for the last 20 years.
I don't hear it. That's the same thing with when I'm listening to music and doing this. It's there. I'm not really paying attention to it necessarily, but
yeah, I still can't figure out how you do that.
That's some psychopath shit.
It's weird. It's weird at this point to not have it.
Is it just Sussudio and repeat?
No, I think right now it's the Ramones. I think.
Nice. It's funny that Claiborne brings up fucking Achilles and Hector. I just finished rereading the Iliad, and
what a nerd,
bro! It's just epic shit, man. It's just epic shit.
Brad Pitt.
That movie was fantastic. But
right.
Yeah, I liked it.
I had to pause to do Frankenstein to come do a podcast.
Oh, how was that?
Dude, why would you start that knowing you had to pause?
Because as a parent, you get it in when you can. And
no. You give her the child and you get to sit and watch it.
Simple.
And then when she wants to watch something, you hold the child.
It's not
we
that
wanted
simple.
to watch it.
Oh,
It's okay though. She works tomorrow night, so I'll just watch the last 3 hours of that movie by my damn self.
How many hours is it? That long?
No, it's like 2.5.
No,
it's only 2.5. It's no. First 30 minutes have been great. There have been decapitations, neck twistings, leg shatterings, all the good
nice.
things.
Yeah, I need to watch it.
Yeah,
I will tell you no more. I'm sorry.
I don't get access to our Netflix often. It's usually already been pirated or co-opted by someone else in the household. So
yes,
it's rare that I get to. I don't even look to see what's on there anymore. So every now and then, and if I have the house to myself, I'll be like, let me go in there and look. And there's so much stuff that I want to watch that I'm like, I can't even catch up. The documentaries and stuff I want to watch. It's I don't even have time to watch what I want to watch. So I have to really pick something.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see Weapons too. Weapons look really good.
Jeff
Chains.
Jeff said that because Anna Maria is Greek, that the Iliad's required reading. I actually, because she, in growing up in Greece, had to study ancient Greece. It's the same way that we have American history. They have ancient Greece history.
Gladiator.
And sounds infinitely more interesting than our history classes.
Yeah, well, and she had to learn ancient Greek because it's a completely different language. She had to learn that and translate shit from ancient to modern and do all that. And I asked her, I was like, because we've all seen the Brad Pitt movie, Troy, and I was like, man, they really made Agamemnon and what was his brother's name? Fuck, now I can't remember with an M. Menelaus.
Ricky.
They made Menelaus seem like this horrible bad guy, and like the dude was fucked up. They stole his fucking wife, you know, and like that's definitely a biased fucking movie. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to like pick her brain. She's like, I haven't looked at that in 20 something years. So now she's like reinterested. So I thought that was good.
Every time Phil talks about reading something, it makes me sad that I'm a bad friend and didn't read what he told me to read.
Dude, just get Audible and just listen on your commute, bro.
Okay.
There's nothing
Here's
wrong
the
with
debate that I've been having, because the girls at work listen to audiobooks. It's basically porn.
God bless.
All day.
The audiobooks, not the porn.
Yeah, and I'm like, is it really reading if it's an audiobook?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
I feel like it's not. I don't like.
So
I don't know. I don't feel like I'm reading right now.
If I have the Office on, I'm not watching The Office. I'm listening to The Office. It's on in the background.
Okay, so let's take in this full semantics here. Okay, full semantics. I have audiobooks that I have read. Let me rephrase it. I have audiobooks. Can you guys hear that limpkin?
That what?
Limpkin.
What the hell's a limpkin?
It's like a stork. You don't hear that?
I heard briefly, but I thought it was a frog or something.
Thing is loud as hell.
Oh, that's a hardkin.
Yeah, right. But those dad jokes keep on coming.
He's on a roll.
Coming. They're not even breathing hard. So
that's the one that gets you. Jesus.
Brandon says it's a scripted podcast. Jesus.
Pretty much.
Anyway,
we keep snakes.
Okay. Here's an example. So like Mark Morton, the Guitars for Lamb of God, his audiobook was on Spotify recently. And so like I listened to most of it.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like I can say like, oh yeah, I read that book. Like, because I did.
You can say I listened to that book on Audible or on Apple Podcast or Amazon Prime or whatever. That's fine. I have audiobooks where I own a physical copy and
of the audiobook.
I own a physical copy of the book, and I will, depending on the narrator, because sometimes the narrator I just can't fucking deal with it. I'll try and listen to it while reading it.
Yeah, right.
I'll try listening to it while I'm reading it. And that's cool because then I can go chapter for chapter. I know where I'm at. But then at the same time, when I got to go to work, I'm still listening to it. I'm still getting the book while I'm driving to work. Like there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? And anybody who judges you and says, you didn't actually read it. Well, you know what? I'm sorry, but I got a life. I got shit I got to do. You know what I mean? I commute. Would you rather I experience the literature through the spoken word on my commute or just never know what it is or never pick it up or never listen to it or read it or anything?
You have to be gate kept.
Yeah.
Not experience.
Yeah.
And like the term audiobook itself is kind of an oxymoron.
How is it an oxymoron? It's the book being read to you. You see what I'm saying? It's still the book. You just didn't physically read like the noun. Okay, you're right. I didn't quote unquote read it with my own eyeballs.
I read it with my earballs.
It's a visual versus auditory thing, I think. Right.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but anybody who says that, oh, you didn't actually read it is just a pretentious prick.
Well, I think you get something different out of either way of doing it,
Sure.
Like it's different. I'm sure there's different, little buttons getting pushed in your brain for each.
It's the Ozempic of reading.
What?
Didn't actually read it. You just ingested it and dropped the poundage. That's it.
Oh God.
It's the Diet Coke of reading.
Hey, what's wrong with Diet Coke?
Smitty's just a rage baiter.
I'm not. You
are.
Something that has genuinely been a conversation in my house and at work of like, if you're listening to an audiobook, how
My problem is with the amount of fantasy that I read. If I was to try to listen to it, I'm worried about names and like terms that are essentially made up by the author to describe certain things. And I really, one of my favorite things to do is
like Muggle.
Have my own pronunciation for that term in my head from having read it a whole bunch. And then if I like hear it pronounced, I'm like, no, that's not how you say it in my head, and like that, I think that would bother me.
But that's all well and good. That's completely fine. That doesn't change what Smitty said of if you listened to the book, you've never read it.
I didn't say that.
That is exactly what you said.
That's not what I said.
So then what'd you say?
I'm just saying to me, it's like
there's a rewind button somewhere around here.
It's.
On a literal level, you never read it. If on a consumption level, then
if I listen to the book, and if I listened to the book and my eyes never touched words to paper, never visually saw the words of that book on a page of paper or on a Kindle or on a tablet or anything, but I still know exactly what happened in that entire book, what would you call that?
That's how blind people have to do it.
I was going to say every book that's in Braille is going to have a foreword by Smitty added to it from here on out, right?
Exactly. You didn't actually read it,
dear asshole. You didn't actually read this.
Okay. Here's a good one. I'm gonna what's the word I'm looking for?
Phil's moral fibers have been challenged.
No.
Phil is shortening his teeth, grinding them so much right
What do you call it when someone makes them? I'm gonna make myself vulnerable right now. Okay. Lisa wants to know, recommend a good fantasy series. Ooh. I'm going to recommend Throne of Glass. Throne of Glass is like 6 books, I think. It is fantasy with like, the Fae and knights in shining armor and magic, but it also has a fairly modern like city vibe and like assassins and pirates and horseback and that kind of thing.
Kind of crammed it all in there, didn't they?
It's 6. It's like 6 books. There is, but there's just enough romance for it to be fairly chick flicky, but it's not the porn smut fantasy books. So Harry knows what I'm talking about.
Does he?
I do.
He does.
Not those. The
Artemis Fowl. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So I would recommend anything by Sarah. I would recommend anything by Sarah J. Maas. There, I said it. However, I think Lisa would thoroughly enjoy Throne of Glass because it's more Lord of the Rings fantasy and not so much just fairy porn. So,
you know what the best part about that is at work is what? Anytime my coworker gets a phone call for whatever reason, her Bluetooth stops and it starts playing on speakerphone.
Nice.
So you get like
rambles to answer.
Oh,
it cracks me up.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, is it any weirder than if you're listening to like Iraq Nerds and your Bluetooth disconnected and you were in a crowd of people and it was just like y'all talking like minions to each other? Yeah, like in the grand scheme of things.
And I don't know who said it up ahead. I don't know if it was Tyson or maybe Jeff. Somebody said like, the narrator of an audiobook will make or break that recording. That's kind of the beauty of like an app like Audible, where you have multiple different narrators for one book, and you can preview it and you can hear and see, okay, well, whether you prefer this type of voice or that type of voice or this person's speed or that person's speed. And if you're like Bob Rock, who listens to podcasts on like 2 times normal speed or 3 times normal speed, you can do the same thing. You can fast forward, you can rewind, and
I started doing that after hearing that he did that. And I was like, oh my God,
I don't have the brain cells to do it.
I've never felt
smart enough to do
like
that.
A bigger dumbass. Like I got to 1.2 and I was like,
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at my limit.
I was just thinking about how like, hey, we're listening to this fast. This is faster than normal, and I wasn't actually uptaking any of the information. And I was like, oh yeah, this doesn't work for me.
That's my other main issue with audiobooks is how the fuck are they going to cost the same as the regular physical copy?
What, the audiobook?
Yeah,
because there's the same amount of
fucking fraud.
No,
same
I'm sorry.
Ebook.
The same amount of work went into the audiobook, if not more, than the actual publication.
If I'm going to sit there and read a whole ass book into a microphone with multiple takes, it's going to cost something for you to listen to it.
Yep.
And probably not much because I would be bad at that, but
maybe not so much audiobooks, but like ebooks.
Yeah. All right. Now, Lisa says, she's reading a particular book is better as an audiobook than reading. Somehow, somehow she can see the action better in her mind, which I fully agree. But she also thinks it's because she reads too fast and misses stuff. I can completely relate.
I reread pages quite often because I think I do that as well.
Yeah.
I'll be like, how'd we get here?
Yeah. It's also, I was just talking to my cousin about this too, because he's also apprehensive of the whole audiobook thing. And he made a comment about how he'll retain something better if he's genuinely enthusiastic about it, which is obviously the case. We know this to be true, but I never really read a lot of fiction. It was mostly nonfiction. It was mostly reference because I'm a reptile nerd, right? So I can read paragraph after paragraph about husbandry or natural history of an animal. But for me to read a fictional story about knights in shining armor, it better be super fucking compelling. Otherwise, I'm going to read the same paragraph like 5 times and be like,
the immersal is super important.
Yeah, exactly.
As somebody that listens to a lot of D&D, like actual play D&D podcasts and stuff as well, it's amazing what like a good, like narrative and a good narrator and stuff like that will do. I will second that because the level of immersal I can get when I'm like in a, operating a piece of machinery or like in a spray booth or something at work, just like jamming out for hours, just listening to this like fantasy world thing. It's a real thing. Like you start hearing what's going on in that room they're in kind of thing, like with the right narrator and stuff. So there is a definite,
that's the problem I run into is like, I can't listen to that uninterrupted because I'm at work. I have people coming in. I have people coming like talking to me. Like I can't fully get into something because I'm constantly having to stop it to do something.
And that's fine. I'm the same way. I don't listen to it at work. I physically can. I work retail, but on my commute or like going to Anna Maria's house or something, like I won't lie. If I'm going to her house and it's a compelling chapter, I may take a little scenic route just to kind of listen to a little more. And she knows I do it,
Light a candle.
Not in the car. But now Lisa's saying Star Wars books have music and sound effects. Not only is that the case and becoming more immersive audio and interesting listening, but anybody who's a Harry Potter fan, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. I don't care who knows it. There's like two main narrators for the audiobooks of Harry Potter. There's one guy and then there's like another guy and everyone's like, who's your audio person? Blah, blah, blah. And there's like a Ford and Chevy debate going on there. Well, all that just got thrown out the window because they just started to release each Harry Potter book, re-recorded audiobook with all the actors from the movies reading.
Ew.
So like Daniel Radcliffe is reading his lines as Harry Potter in the fucking book. And anybody who's ever read Harry Potter, the books are infinitely better. The movies are great. Don't get me wrong. The movies are fantastic, but the books are infinitely better than the movies because there's 5 times more shit happening in each book. So now you're going to get almost the best of both worlds because you have the same characters that you grew up with as kids watching the movies and their voices because you watched them a million times as a kid or as an adult, whatever. And now you get to hear it in the audiobook with all the extra stuff that they didn't put in the movies. I think that's fantastic.
I need somebody to read Diamonds in the Rough by Bruce Means to me. And just
I'll do it, buddy.
Yeah.
My dyslexic ass. I have to reread sentences multiple times to get it right.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of audiobooks, man. I really am. But I also am a firm believer in trying to not only owning the hard copy of the book, but trying to genuinely get time to read the real book, And I think almost every single audiobook I've ever read, with the exception of maybe, I don't even know, maybe some Hemingway stuff, I own a physical copy of the book. So I'm just that weirdo.
No, I like tangible copies of things. Yeah. Like I don't even I have a hard time taking notes on my phone. Like anything I do in the snake room or anything, I've just got like random legal pads strewn about everywhere, and like pens and pencils rolling under every surface they can roll under around here. Just I have to write everything down. I have to have a tangible copy of everything.
And Jeff, I've told him he needs to do.
I know, and I've looked into this several times. I looked into it for a couple books that I know there is not, a couple Herp books that I know there's not an audio book of, and found out that
are there many that there are?
No, but I was trying to find books that are long out of publication, and because I don't want to get sued. And I also don't want to put all this work into an audiobook, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, you don't own that, thanks, and they just take it down. But now Jeff is saying I should, on Cameo. I don't even know what Cameo is, so you and I'll talk off air and we'll figure that out. But yeah, I've contemplated it. And Harry made a joke about being dyslexic. I am dyslexic.
I did not make a joke about being dyslexic. No, Smitty.
No. Oh, Smitty, I'm sorry. Again, I take no offense, but
come on now.
No. I'm sorry. I wasn't offended the least bit. I was just sorry. I'm genuinely dyslexic, and I do think that I would be good at audiobook narration, but I listen to so much audiobooks. I'm like, fuck, man, that was a really good take. I don't know how the hell I'm going to pull that off. And I get self-conscious about it. So I think what I need to do is I need to try and use this microphone that's in front of my face right now and just maybe read a few chapters of something I'm interested in and just see how it goes before I reach out to something like Cameo or one of these voice actor websites or whatever. I don't know. I'm just being self-conscious.
You already did the Night Before Christmas thing, and that was a hit.
Oh my God, I forgot. It's that time. I told everyone I was going to do it this year. Damn. I got to figure out what the hell I'm going to do.
Wait, what?
Find that fake snow.
Yeah. I got to hit Marcus and see if I could use his front lawn again. Oh, man. Anyway, audiobooks are cool. Try your damnedest to read the real hard copy, but listening is fine as well.
If you don't read the actual book, Smitty is going to come drag you out of bed at night and make fun of you.
He's going to beat you with a hard copy. Like, did you listen to 50 Shades of Grey? How does it feel to get smacked with the spine?
Oh,
make your eyes 50 Shades of Black.
Oh, Jesus.
I'll give you a knuckle sandwich and make it a double.
Oh my God. The dad jokes keep on rolling. But yeah, no, I think it'd be cool as hell if we had, Dr. Mean's book in audio form or any of the stuff that's way out of print, like Caulfield
Well, I think the more modern things, it's just, it's a small enough community. All those people are, assuming they're living, are pretty easy to reach out to. Like, hey, do you mind if I read your book and recorded it?
Yeah, but the problem is, if you were doing it, nobody's going to do it pro bono. And who's going to get a slice, and how do you do all that?
There would be some sliceage. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I forget about these things.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
can I read your book to the world for free?
Yeah. Can I read what's the vig on making an audiobook of your literature? Just enough to wet my beak.
Jeff asked, does reading on a tablet count to me? Yeah.
No.
I hate it. Like, I've gotten, there's like a couple Corn Snake books I got as ebooks, and like I fucking hate it.
No,
I hate having to like on my phone. Like on a tablet, it's probably easier, but like on my phone, it's like if I have to read a page, I have to like zoom in the whole thing, and then I have to like scroll over to as I'm reading the sentence, and like it's a nightmare.
Hot take: listening to a book is more valid than reading one on a tablet. You ruin your eyes. Ruin your eyes.
And you know what? Let's be real here. Let's address the elephant in the room. I don't read hard book as much as I listen to it, because if I'm going to come home from work, have dinner, do what I need to do in the snake room, do what I need to do around the house, hang out with the girl, whatever, and then it's time for bed, and I pick up that book and I try to read, I'm going to be asleep before the first paragraph is done. That's just a fact.
Yep.
So I would rather listen to it on my commute and then try and read a chapter here or there in the hard book than
just read it.
Yeah.
During your commute.
Oh yeah, be one of those people that has like has the paperback on the steering wheel. Ugh. God, I hate those people.
What's the worst they could have? See, eventually we're gonna have heads-up displays where you can just like
it'll be implanted in the chip in your brain, and it'll just pop
you're just
up.
Like you know how you like don't remember your drive to work? You'll be like,
yeah.
I was reading.
Yeah, and Jeff, that's a great idea. I should totally hit up, Scott and Ty and Dr. J and ask them, and go from there.
I don't know. Like my kid has one of those, what's it, a Nook or a Kindle or something. I think it's a Nook, the ones that Barnes and Noble's put out or something.
The ones that don't burn your eyeballs out of your head.
And I'm like,
read a book on them.
She reads it at night sometimes. I'm like, how do you even see that thing?
They dim it. They're made to actually not like cook your eyeballs like a reading on a damn phone will, apparently. You see, I don't know. I'm stubborn, and I will literally like arch myself over towards a light in a dimly lit house so I can read off paper.
Like those old Game Boy lights.
I feel like I need to like hold a candle and like read at night like that rather than like use a tablet or something.
It has to be the candle holder with the finger hole,
like the little honk shoe.
Yes, like, exactly. Yeah. I had as a kid the book light that had like the potato chip bag clip attached to it.
Yeah, you just clip it on top of the book.
Yeah, but the problem is then I have to unclip it every time you turn the page.
Yeah, that is a design flaw of those. I bought Molly one of those for like her birthday, and I was looking at it like in the packaging on the way home, and I was like, oh, "This is a piece of shit." Like,
wouldn't you just
take it off every time?
What's that?
You just put it on, like, the last handful of pages, and then you don't have to do that.
We can't all be.
Yeah, but it doesn't sit right. It doesn't sit right in your hand. It's weird. It's cumbersome, and the pages want to move on you. I don't know. Clip it to your hat. Yeah, good. It's a good call, Jeff. But at the same time, I'm not wearing a baseball hat in bed.
Oh, you haven't lived.
Nice.
Yeah, you don't do that.
Yeah, Mike says that he finished several books driving to and fro from Daytona, mostly because the wife is driving half the time.
Okay, I was about to.
Yeah, that doesn't count as the commute.
We're not allowed to say that's awesome, Mike.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't like. I listen to some of the books, like Atomic Habits or something, right? I feel like I get nothing from the audiobook, but if I read that book, it would stick more with me for some reason.
Yeah, and I mean, and don't get me wrong, there's books that I know for a fact have stuck with me because I listened to them. I retained more from it when I listened to it.
We found Phil's Achilles heel, though. You really want to get him fired up? Tell him audiobooks are trash.
No, it's not they're trash. It's a conversation that I have had several times in the past couple years.
We're ready.
And what's that?
Said you were extremely ready.
Yeah, because like it pisses me off. It doesn't piss me off. Let me rephrase that. It irks me when someone's like, "You didn't read it." Okay, you're right. I didn't read it. It's cool. I'll still retain the knowledge and enjoy the story and be able to share the wonderful information that I got out of it But don't worry, I didn't read it.
Hey, okay. Counterpoint for listening to it. This is a specific example, but like probably an example where it might even be cooler to listen to somebody reading the book. Andy Serkis narrates the freaking Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
And if you can't tell me you're not going to get a little something extra out of that, then you're probably full of it.
For sure. How about this? He also narrated the Silmarillion, which I never read. And I won't lie.
Having muscled my way through about 20 pages of that and going, woo, we'll try again in a decade. Yeah, I don't think that it would be any better listening to that. I would think it would just sound like Minions. It'd be like me listening to the first Iraq Nerds a few months ago before I started learning how to.
I will say
learning spider taxonomy again.
I literally, how do I phrase this? I was so excited because I always wanted to read the Silmarillion. You know what I mean? I wanted to experience the all the in-betweens, the pre-stories, all of that. The book's fucking unreadable, bro. As you said it, it's fucking unreadable. And I thought, oh man, Andy Serkis, he's going to narrate it. It's going to be great. He's going to pronounce things correctly because he can roll his R's wonderfully. Dude, that's fucking rough, man. Even with Andy doing a damn good job at what he does in his art and craft, it's almost it's unlistenable, man. It's so fucking hard. You know, and just for an example, like people are probably wondering what's he talking about. Everything is very long-winded in explanation. So unless you're a diehard Lord of the Rings junkie, it doesn't make sense. He's like, yes, the third son of the second sister on his brother's side, Borde Marra, he went to a waterfall where he killed these guys, who was the brother's second cousin's uncle's former roommate. By the way, I told you that uncle's name 4 paragraphs ago, but it sounds like everything else, so you got to forget it. You're muted, Harry.
I was saying, yeah, and you better remember it because there'll be a quiz later.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I was so excited. And again, Andy Serkis doing all the Lord of the Rings stuff, like, it's fucking incredible. That book's fucking hard. That's a hard book. I'm glad that you said what you said because it makes me not feel like such a jerk.
Maybe it's all just lost on me because I literally don't read fiction.
And dude, I won't lie, man. I was very selective with my fiction reading over the years. Like, it was purely sci-fi, and I just couldn't do it. And then the older I got, the more I got into it. And then audiobooks honestly helped, dude. It did.
Yeah, it's all nonfiction for me. I don't do fiction. I just don't.
A no nonsense guy right here.
Yeah. And one thing, Jeff says it reads like the Old Testament. It does. If you,
I didn't want to say it, but
it definitely reads like Old Testament if you like didn't speak English. You know what I'm saying?
You're like having to learn like half of a language.
It's Arabic, yeah. Yeah, Jeff says he always heard the Silmarillion was always meant as a reference, and I could totally see that. And honestly, not having a copy of the hard book, I imagine that there is maps and drawings and whatever else.
Like listening to B-side Tool.
Yeah, I got you on that.
Like, okay, you got to be committed.
You have to hold a picture of Mayor James Keenan, and then you have to face him away from you, and then listen to it.
Now Smitty's grinding his teeth. See how this works?
Yeah.
I'm not grinding my teeth. Like, I like Tool. I don't like that Tool that much. I'm not.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God! Thought we had him, Phil. Damn.
Yeah, I was gonna say, thank God Jeff knows what we're talking about. He's in our boat. I honestly, I was like hesitant. I was like, do I ever bring that up? Because that was fucking rough, man. But I will say this, like, the whole listening while reading it, I think it's fucking cool, man. Like, I really enjoyed it, providing that you don't read faster than the narrator. Because that was something I did encounter on a few different.
That sounds like a sensory overload thing.
No, because it at least for
Sounds
me, it
like
wasn't.
He did. I read that. I
Yeah.
read that autobiography, and it was kind of what you'd expect from Maynard James Keenan, where he, the delusions of grandeur.
Yes.
Nobody. Yeah.
But yeah, man, there's also like a lot of. I feel like the pros outweigh the cons on the audiobook thing. I do. Now, if I was going to read a herp book as an audio narrator, I don't think I would necessarily want to do something that's too referencey, because you need pictures and graphs and drawings and illustrations to further articulate the bona fide information you're trying to convey in the book. But something like Sun, Sand, and Snakes from Spall, like, I could call him. He's been on podcasts. I could call him and be like, hey, man, I want to run an audio book of your book. And it would be cool to listen to in the car or cool to listen to at work, because you don't need to see like the reference. You know what I mean? Like, even though it is,
there's a bunch of those memoirs and stuff, like the memoir style stuff that would be awesome. Like, I
brought up Caulfield earlier. Like,
I was going to say, like, Caulfield would be one of the
and like, honestly, Ditmars,
perfect.
Man.
Yeah,
dude, I would go ham on some Ditmar stuff, but his family still owns the rights to all of his writings and his notes and everything. So I don't even know where to begin with something like that.
Probably very trepidatiously.
Yeah, for sure. I know that there's other authors that have written about Ditmars, like the Bushmaster book, and obviously the authors got permission to use literature and notes and writings from the family of him and everything. So I don't know, something to look into. I'm trying to bring this back to herpetoculture.
I know.
We really went high into the right.
I don't think so. I think it was all relative to the conversation. I do.
Hey, man, sometimes you just got to send it.
Yeah, Phil just yelled at me.
How did I yell at you?
You defended yourself against
you raised your voice.
Audiobook slander, and now he's mad.
I didn't know.
And then they said they didn't like Tool.
It's a healthy debate.
I just hope we can still be friends.
Bro, it's a healthy
debate. No, never get into 500. Or what is it? What is the next one? 250. Jesus Christ. I don't know how numbers work.
Me neither.
Hey, Woody.
Don't underestimate the see, that's why I don't even read the contribution to the blind community that an audiobook can make, even a more referential one.
That's true. Ho, little sausage dog.
Waiter boy.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, they guarantee you they can hear you licking me in the microphone. Woody, stop.
Woody.
Dad, you just taste so good.
Tastes like beer.
Yeah.
Just like beer.
Licking it off of your arm. You're sweating it out of your pores, and I'm weirdo. Go away. I don't know. My wife just opened the door to the snake room and just fed a dachshund through the crack and shut the door again.
Nice.
Now he's in here with me. What's up, dude?
Oh, man.
No, Woody says he needs y'all to come visit again. I think it was Jake that was like joined at the hip with him, and you liked the lab, Smitty.
They're all great.
Yeah, dogs are all great. There's not a very few bad dogs. Very few. This one could use a bath.
Yeah, my dog
never stay clean long.
Needs a bath too. What were we talking about before the audiobook?
I have no idea. We were drilling holes in tubs. Then we were
guppies.
Spiders.
Oh God.
Yep. Man.
Oh, what? Maculata spiders. Another one.
Oh yeah.
The Togos. Those are sporty.
They're gonna take the pain to go.
Oh God!
Don't tell me that. Don't make me okay. If you can't see, I'm currently drawing a line through it on my list, sheerly on pun reasons.
purely
Well,
on puns.
No, those. It's a lot. It's like a lot of random things. Like my initial. I was thinking to myself, I need to stick to spiders that are from places that I my God, I can't talk, from places where I have snakes from.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I was like, okay, well, I've got a lot of New World stuff. Honestly, most of my stuff. And I started looking at all that stuff, and I was like, this is cool and all, but you just look at these crazy African bastards.
Yeah,
these crazy like teleporting Asian bastards.
Yep.
Like, okay, like it's really it's very hard to stay focused when you start just looking at tarantulas, and all of a sudden you're not.
I think
you're not in like the hemisphere that you
physically impossible
started.
to just keep one species of tarantula.
You would have to be a very special,
if I ever met someone that was keeping just one species or like literally nothing but one genus and had like hundreds of it from the same genus, I'd be like, you're in the DSM somewhere for sure. Like,
Grammostola. I just like Grammostola. That's all I wanted.
Honestly,
I love these.
I have a friend whose wife breeds purely Grammostola.
Oh my God.
And she's got like probably 50 or 60 adult breeder female pulchras, and that's all she does. And she gets every baby like going individually. Yeah, that's her vibe, man. She used to do crescent geckos.
I have
to Brazilian blacks.
I have the core stuff that I'm like really into and like have multiples of and want more of, but like I don't think I could ever just have those.
Yeah, there was a time you're enjoying the variety of it, and you're enjoying the hobby, the cultural hobby of the tarantula keeping.
Like even the stuff I'm not as crazy about, I'm like, I have multiples of it.
Yeah, you're conicusing Bambus right now. You're going the way of the conicus with the old.
Went from 0 to many real quick.
Hey man, that's the way we do it, man. We find something we like and we roll with it.
There was a time when I thought that I would only ever have Lamprepeltis in this room.
It's true.
There was a time where I was like, why would I ever want anything else?
Yeah. Dude, I got Subox because the girl liked them and thought they were cute. And I was like, all right, cool. And I became addicted.
Awesome.
Well, technically, I thought I was only ever going to have Getula in this room. And then I at least mostly, if not, fine, half blame Molly for the Leonis and
that is kind of her fault. Yeah. It's definitely her fault.
She will own that. Like these are her damn Leonis. I'm just the curator.
Just the vessel.
Yeah, the curator. That's good. We'll get you a polo shirt. It says curator.
Yeah.
Curator of the Claiborne collection.
Dude,
that'd be. I'm gonna get you that.
Let me tell you what. She makes all these labels, and they look sporty. Because if Harry had made all these labels, they'd still be blue painter's tape and like look like a total jackass did them.
So I'm messed up because I got Cloud Forest design. Matt was kind enough to let me design the venom labels with the anti-venoms on them, and so I have all the venomous stuff is all Cloud Forest labels. And every time I bring another species in, or I bring another animal, or I have babies or whatever, I get more of those anti-venom labels. But now I'm like, well, shit, I should get labels for everything else so it matches.
I went on their website the other day and really spent a lot of time just like going through stuff, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, baby, we need Cloud Forest labels for everything, and she's over there with a stack of labels and a chart. She was like, no, we don't. I've written 100.
Nice. Would you mind sharing one of your Molly labels?
Oh yes. Let's see. Here, it's one of her snakes, so it's fitting. Nice. I'm just pulling the tub. Please don't be out. Yes, you are out. Of course you are.
Oh, that's great.
Good old fashioned good
name tags.
Girl handwriting.
Yep, handwriting.
Girl. If I did that, you would not be able to read it. But no, like we experimented with like the like label makers and stuff like that. Like we have one. It was good and all, but honestly, I'm blind, and like I can read this across a room a lot better, especially with that white background. Like I can, it works pretty good for me. But no.
Yeah. I also think like, so the most I have of one species is, you hear that limpkin again? No?
Yeah, no, that's a limpkin.
Oh yeah. The most I have of one species is Transpectus rat snakes, it's subox. And I have in my phone notes where I gave them, I don't want to say a serial number, whatever you call it. I gave them a critter number, whatever. And the most lineage that I could provide from the meager amount of information I have. But I haven't labeled the enclosures or tubs yet, simply because I don't have that many. But I feel like in the next year, I'm probably going to need to do that.
My, like we have like a list with like, I'm so glad I married a list maker, because I keep like pieces of paper with all the, pertinent information for my animals on them.
Yeah.
Whether or not they're all in one stack and what condition that stack's in is, entirely a different story. But she is, taking it upon herself to, do a very good job of like listing out everything and writing down pertinent information. And then there came the time when it was, how much of this do we put on the label?
Yeah.
As far as like information goes, like, who you got it from, what, like, generationally what it is.
Yeah.
This kind of thing, that kind of thing, hets, if applicable, and all that stuff. And, that's interesting. It's that kind of weird little, like, the logistics of like that kind of thing always fascinates me. Like, what do you put on your labels? How do you track, when you fed something like that?
Sure.
I love that stuff, man, because I'm always looking at better ways to do it, because I'm so scatterbrained that, like,
yeah,
I'll take all the help I can get, like.
And we had those, there was like reptile cataloging apps that like generated a QR code for you and everything.
Yeah.
But
What was, well, Morph Market has one that kind of does that. And then, what's the other one? Husbandry Pro?
Like iHerb or something too.
Yeah, I think Husbandry Pro. But like, the problem is those are subscription based. You got to pay for the server space. You can get an app that will generate a QR code just for you. But what I've seen is, and I'm going to segue this. So people made, and this is probably the route I'm going to go with the Subox if I just keep getting more than what I have, is you have a Molly style label, right? A white label that has the pertinent information, but 1/3 of the label is blank white space. So and that's where, well, I would say that's where you put your QR code in like the little corner of it, but you leave that space blank because you laminate that label. And you do like what I have is I have the Cloud Forest anti-venom labels Velcro to each tub, so that if God forbid I get bit or something, I can rip it off and take it with me. At the same time, like when I pair snakes, I peel that label. So now it shows there's 2 labels on that vivarium. There's 2 snakes in that vivarium for safety reasons and whatnot. As well as like me knowing who's where when I'm pairing things. But if you have a white space that's laminated, now you get a dry erase marker. And now you can draw on the label with a dry erase marker. You like prelay shed or refused last week or something that is, you're going to erase it next week, or you're going to erase it the next pairing, or like I put male with female on the 3rd. Oh shit. Now it's the 5th. I need to pull him out or whatever.
I can't remember who it was I heard on a podcast that had the little 3-sided laminated like index card holders.
Yeah.
You can like slip in and slip out, and like, you can make a note on it and like slide it back in there. Like that's,
now Billy Hunt
on a similar vein.
Yeah. Billy Hunt's system is brilliant. I don't think it would work for me per se. just because of the way my mind thinks. But Billy has binder clips with a hanging plastic dog tag, and he writes the number of the snake or the name of the snake if the snake has an actual pet name.
Didn't Jake do something similar to that?
I think
I saw some dangly bits on some of his racks.
And they binder. I think either Jake taught it to Billy or Billy taught it to Jake or something. And
There's
they
a Billy
binder
thing.
clip. It's a Billy thing. They binder clip to each ARS rack or to each tub or whatever. So Billy knows, okay, Carpet Python 1 is in with Carpet Python 2, and he can take a Sharpie or dry erase or whatever and write on that plastic dog tag.
I promise you, I've got plenty of binder clips left over after taking all the lids off of these and putting all these things in drawer tubs.
Yep.
I've thrown away so many, and I still have so many.
It
hurt to throw some away, but I was like, realistically, like I would have freezer bags full of these stupid things of all shapes and sizes.
I just found I was cleaning out the linen closet, and because I hadn't done that in a while, I wanted to see what towels were stagnant and need to be washed and stuff. And I found a box, and I was like, what the hell is this box? And I opened it. It's all the lids from the 18 quarts of my sea serpent tubs. Because when I went to Sea Serpents to pick it up, Chris is like, hey man, do you want the lids? A lot of people throw them away. I was like, you know what? Give me the lid in case I want to contain a snake.
In case there's a storm or something,
Yeah, exactly.
And all those things are worthless.
I didn't even know that I had them. I forgot. So that was
honestly,
cool.
I think it would be really cool if somebody made, even if it was aftermarket lids for popular size snake tub things, just something that you could in a pinch,
yeah, something that has multiple lips to it, so it doesn't matter what size, even if there's overhang. Does that make sense?
Yeah, or just something with really gushy, large clips, sort of that push down bottom thing too. I don't know.
Yeah,
there would have to be a way where you could make something with a loose enough tolerance where it would roughly snap on.
Sure.
So that would also solve a lot of your, think about in a similar vein where we were talking about having the jail tub, the loose tub.
Yeah.
If you needed something in a pinch where you had to pull it out and set it across the room, and you could just drag a random lid out from behind your, wherever and go clap, and just for a few minutes that thing, would be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great idea. Great idea.
I guess you'd have to 3D print them or something.
Yeah, I mean that could be. It's another great idea to come out of Snakes and Stogies.
Hey. Don't actually read books and 3D print.
Yeah, exactly.
Snake tub lids.
Exactly. Yeah, but don't 3D print reptile perches. Get them from reptileperch.com.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
So I did a Brahms order because I needed 2 perches for the 2 new sub-ox, and then I realized that I don't have perches for the ones I got from Nemo in Daytona, so I got 2 more for them as well, and then all the sub-ox,
which were gorgeous animals, by the way.
Thank you.
I met you at the table when you were getting those, and I was like, oh man.
Dude, I love those freaking things. They're adorable. They're not giving me trouble feeding when they want to eat. Does that make sense?
Yes, the Agalma I got from him. The male is pounding frozen thawed. The female, 90% of the time, wants live pinkies. Every now and then, I think when we first brought him home, she schwacked a couple frozen thawed, and now she's like, no, I don't like those. This is what we want. Which, I mean, that's easy enough. A random unscented live pinky, just plop. That's not. I'll do that, but it's just, it was interesting to me. And the male will damn near tongue feed,
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I've basically I feed them both weekly. However, almost every week that I've had them, one of them has refused, and one of them shed, and then the next week the other one shed. So every other week is when they're eating, which is fine. They're not losing weight or anything, but it's just interesting to me that I feel like it takes them time to realize, like, oh, I'm getting fed. Oh, I'm getting fed. Oh, I'm getting fed. And one of them, even, I've been feeding only live fuzzies because I know Rob does use a lot of live stuff, and it's just easier that way for me in that regard. I don't have to mess with anything. And once I know they're going to take anything I put in front of them, then I'll just switch to frozen thought if I need to. But one of them killed it and left it. I thought that was interesting. And then another week or two later, the fuzzy had crawled into the water dish, got all wet, and then crawled out.
I hate that.
And dude, Subox will not touch, at least my Subox will not touch a wet prey item.
Well, they like dry, everything dry.
Yeah. Yeah. But like even like my albino I got from Dave Powell, that thing will eat anything you put in front
of it. Honestly, my vertebralis and my Jani, they don't want anything to do with anything if it's like still pretty soggy. Like a little bit is fine, but like like the old, like I don't do like the air thaw thing because life's too short.
You just pat them with paper
but
towel.
Like I definitely like rub the hell out of those, and like those are the ones like I try to make them. I think sort of like a side effect of being at the bottom of the rack for a couple degree temp difference is that they get the driest fuzzy in the batch by the time I get down there, and so I've never really had that issue. But like between moving everybody around today, out neither of the damn vertebralis ate after I swapped them over, and I was like, listen here, you bastards, like y'all.
Do you think with the vertebralis it's that time of year?
Maybe. Also, they're big on leave me the hell alone. And I just picked both of them up, and gave them the old like, look at you, and put you in a new tub across the room.
Yeah.
So, and then like was like, well, let's see if they'll eat today. No. So I'm not really putting a lot of worry on that, but I did notice it. And I was like, okay, well.
Yeah, that makes sense. Both those species.
Really, when I've got a whole like shitload of king snakes that don't care, they would eat in the middle of the room on the floor, and then I got the high stress gopher snakes that like don't like anything to do with you and don't ever want to get looked at. And I'm like, oh, why didn't you eat? Like, oh, it's not that they didn't eat, it's that all the damn psychotic labor peltas did eat because, duh.
Well, and that makes me wonder if a Jani was cruising through the desert and it stumbled across a gopher hole, and it deep down in there was a mama jackrabbit with newborn babies. How many of those babies are going to be wet? You know what I mean? If they were wet, would that snake eat them?
I think we're I think in that situation it's more of the captive versus wild snake, and like experiential things, like I mean this these things for all we do for them, they're still snakes in boxes, and getting moved across the room into a different box is probably would be very minor for like a snake that's burrow hounding. But for the box snake, that's, oh my god,
terrifying.
This one's different.
So on that note, these two new Subox I got are they're wild caught, and they're long-ish term out of the wild, but they're wild born. We'll call them that. Well, they're wild born. Dude, I've only had them a few days, but their behavior, I'm leaving them the hell alone because I want them to de-stress. They had a rough ride here, but I just creep in the room and just like lights off and just hold my cell phone light on low and just look. And well, not only that, not only are their pupils gigantic, but dude, they're what's the word I'm looking for? Like, what do you call it when a snake is hugging all the cracks of a rock crevice? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, just like
where it's like all zigzagged up. Dude, they're zigzagged up through the waves of the aspen.
Oh, they're getting a feel for it.
Yeah, and like they're literally like mapping out these tubs. And I got them, they're 30 quart tubs because I wanted them to have a little extra room. Like I said, they're wild caught, lots of air holes, lots of ventilation, 30 quart tub. But I just threw in the aspen, like fluffed it, threw it in. I had a cave. I had an actual rock, a flat rock for if they want to rub, water bowl, a paper towel tube. Very simple. I got the Brahms purchase coming. Very simple, very quarantine-ish, right? Dude, they're literally hugging the different angles of the aspen. I thought that was fascinating. Like as if it was stone, as if they were sitting on stone.
Well, yeah, that's like I feel like it's probably a familiarity thing, and like I my only real comparison to that would be like our rat snakes around here and how they do that, that crinkle thing that we always see.
They said the crinkle, yeah.
But I've always wondered whether that's just like a camouflaging thing or if they actually use it. Then you see them going up the side of an oak tree and they're doing the exact same thing as like a traction thing. But, then you see them doing it on the middle of a damn asphalt road. And it's more of just like I'm a stick.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it does make you wonder which of those things it is that they're, trying to like,
and at first I thought maybe it was like them just mapping everything out and learning the lay of the land. But then I also started to think, well, maybe they're ambushing. Or then I was thinking, well, maybe they're just being comfortable and they want to touch pieces of their body. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's multiple things too. Yeah. Like this is how if I find myself in an odd spot, this is how I settle in as I crinkle up.
Yeah,
I get a lay of the land and I get ready.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Maybe it's a few things.
I caught one drinking the other, was it last night or night before? I walked in, I just walked right over to them.
Right back in just a second, y'all.
Yeah, man. And I caught him drinking and it was like, they do like the gulp, gulp, gulp. Like they have that consistent cadence.
Yeah.
The minute I walked up, it just froze and stopped. And I could tell it stopped drinking because it lifted its face out of the water just enough where like the bottom lip was touching like the meniscus of the water. Mm-hmm. And it did the like Gaboon Viper thing where like it stared me down with one eye. And I was like, if I don't move, she won't move. And then like I kind of leaned back and then she kind of leaned back. And it was like, who's going to eat who, And dude, I love that wild behavior, man. It's so cool to see that wild behavior because you just don't always get that from captive stuff.
Yeah.
So, and it's fresh bloodline, baby. I love it.
How's that aging room?
Oh, it is fantastic. Last third of the smoke, it keeps going out, which to be expected, but it did not change taste at all. It stayed true. Dude, the draw was perfect. And I'll definitely be getting it again. Definitely. Yeah, man. Honestly, the draw was great.
I need to get my hands on some different stuff.
Yeah, you may want to do what I call a circuit. You pick 2 or 3 shops that you don't normally go to, and one afternoon that you have off, when the girls are off doing something, which is them, hop in the car and go to like 3 or 4 shops that are out of town, listen to an audiobook while you do it. And then you get to peruse a different market outside of your local one.
There is we have a new shop opening in town that's unrelated to the existing ones.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that should be interesting.
Very interesting. There was a gun range club, indoor club thing that opened up near me that's very bougie, very expensive. One of these rich people have your own locker, bring your own booze. There's food 24 hours a day. You can go in the gun range 24 hours a day. Like you have your access code to let you in type of thing. It's really cool, man, but way above my pay grade. But apparently they got a actual tobacco shop in there. And because it's so bougie, they got a bunch of bougie brands. Now, I don't know what that entails because I have, non-cigar aficionados telling me this, but from what I gather, it's supposed to be really nice. So I'm going to try and
stuff.
Hopefully not, dude, because every shop by me is Davidoffed out and I just can't get behind it. But before Daytona, I went down to that company Neptune in Fort Lauderdale, and I got to go back, man, because I really feel like that's probably the best tobacco store at least in South Florida. It's incredible. It's the owner of Neptune is the founder of that cigar scanner app that I love.
Oh yeah.
And dude, they got everything, man. That's the only place I've found Roma Craft in South Florida.
Yeah, I miss my Romas.
So
Raj stopped carrying them.
Why is that?
Because I mean, honestly, the price increases were getting sort of ridiculous, and
too boutique.
Well, they like initially they were at a price point with the quality that was like really, 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 really good. And then over the years, with every other brand, of course, you know, the price just slowly crept up more and more. And then it just got to the point where it's like, no one's going to buy these at this price anymore. Because now we're getting into, you know, sort of
$20, $30 sticks.
Mid-tier, smaller Liga sizes. And that's just, at least for here, that has a lot of blue collar smokers. That's really not. It's not going to sell well, you know.
Yeah.
So sales just really tapered off, and it was just getting too expensive. So I can't even be upset about it. But
I was sitting here thinking about how I wished I had a cigar for this evening, and then I look over and Smitty's got his hood up over his hat, and I was like, oh yeah, it's Florida cold out there. It's low 50s, which is enough to make me not want to sit out there without like a Carhartt on and sweatpants or something.
It's not that bad.
It is that bad.
Now you're going to make me pull out the app and see what we're at on the Govies. Now that I got Wi-Fi Govies.
Checking our Govies.
Yeah. Where is the humidity?
This Govie check brought to you by Black Box Cages.
Yes. This Govie check brought to you by blackboxcages.com.
Everybody open your Govie app and allow the time for the sync up.
Yep. Dude, I won't lie, man. The Wi-Fi makes it so much faster.
Did they change the widget to where it looks like something else? Because my pattern recognition software and my brain isn't. Where'd my Govie app go? All right, I guess I don't have it anymore.
Damn. You can re-download that thing, man. All right, I'll go first because you guys are looking.
It's the wrong color.
So it is 68 degrees Fahrenheit where I am sitting outside. It is 83% humidity. And in the snake room, it's 73 degrees Fahrenheit and 52% humidity.
Yeah.
So it's 83% humidity outside and 52% in the snake room. Damn, I'm trying.
It's 52 outside right now, and 63% humidity.
Yeah,
that's not t-shirt weather, and I have no interest in it. Like when I get off with y'all, I'm gonna let the dogs out, and I'm gonna be putting at least a jam jacket on for a 5-second pee break.
Yeah, it's 50 something here, and the spider cabinet is currently at 60.9% humidity and 77.2 degrees Fahrenheit.
Nice.
Do you have them in a black box?
I do.
That's awesome.
My XA3, which I talked to Jen. I need to get a heat panel to add to that so I can bump those temps up a little bit.
You need a spider cabinet, black box spider rack system.
That might be what we're working on.
Modular spider rack system.
It's that. We're working. It's being discussed.
Your pill bottle holder.
We've got some ideas.
Heated pill bottle holder.
Are we doing like cheesecloth vents so things can't get out?
Oh,
but that's an idea.
Oh yeah. So Jeff said he spotted Govies in the enclosures at his local nature center and was very impressed. That's cool as hell.
They're the bomb, dude.
Speaking of black box, after doing the tour, not to just jump back in.
Yeah, it's what we do.
It damn sure is, isn't it? Speaking about going and touring, their shop and like checking out the CNC and all that stuff, I got to work today and found out we are ordering a gigantic fucking CNC machine for the shop.
Hell yeah, brother.
6 months after I ordered all the fucking caging.
Watching that thing.
But honestly, I don't regret it a bit, dude. Like, yeah.
Like watching
those are fun to watch.
Watching it change the head, like when it's doing a different thing, it goes over, picks up the head, goes and does its thing, goes back, picks up a different head. It's awesome. Like that thing is really cool. I'd sit there for hours, man.
Yeah, I can't wait to see all these illiterate shop workers, myself included, try to learn how to use like AutoCAD or whatever software that fucking thing runs on.
Yeah, you'll figure it out, man.
That's one of the reasons I haven't pursued the 3D printing stuff. Is like that's a learning curve. I'm sure it's not crazy steep, but I just don't feel like tackling it.
I got a buddy who figured it out pretty quick, and yeah, he ended up with like a whole kitchen full of them doing things all at different times. It was just like a little
nice
assembly, like as one does with hobbies.
So a good buddy of mine wanted to do a side project that kind of turned into a proposed business that we never really did it, but he wanted to make high-end pocket knives, and he basically bought a entry-level beginner's CNC machine, taught himself AutoCAD, and then realized that the parameters of this machine were crap. So he used that machine to make another machine. Obviously, he bought motors and things of that sort, but in terms of like palletizing equipment and operational arms and gears and shit like that, he used that he used that entry-level machine to build a more finely tuned CNC machine to make the knives. And we wound up not doing it, and he wound up putting everything in storage and canceling it, but it was absolutely incredible watching like palletized billet aluminum, billet steel, and water jets and hydraulic pneumatic presses all working at the exact same time. It was very cool.
Fancy.
That is cool.
Very cool.
Y'all, I am being summoned to come let the dogs out and go to bed.
Yeah, it's that time.
It is that time.
It's time for me to go cuddle up with a nice book on paper.
Nice.
By firelight, like a man. What the rest of y'all are going to do.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to go curl up with a good pair of earbuds.
I'm going to go lay down in bed with a copy of Hemingway's Green Hills of Africa and a shotgun.
This episode was brought to you by blackboxcages.com.
In case you didn't realize.
Use the code THN25 at checkout. Get you a discount. Grab you a rack, grab you a cage, and then grab you some shirts, hats, mugs, hoodies, all that good stuff at fullviceapparel.com. Holiday season sale dropping soon. Be on the lookout for that. Going to be some cool stuff. In the meantime, use the code THN at checkout there. Get 15% off your order. That is the exclusive promo code for THN listeners and viewers like you. And then Cold-Blooded Caffeine. Best coffee around. Some of that money goes towards preserving rainforest. So not only are you getting awesome coffee, you're helping an awesome cause. And they have a massive selection to choose from. But we recommend the Snakes and Stogies blend because, it's ours. We're partial. And it's good. Use the code SMOKE. Get yourself something cool. We'll be back for Arachnerds on Thursday, episode 19. I think Flippington might be happening. I think when I talked to Jake a couple days ago, it sounded like maybe that was in the works, but we'll see.
I'm going to make them have me on again. I'm going to see how many I can do in a row.
Do it.
I love it. Harry, you're always welcome, brother. This is a great show.
We'll see if I can wear it out.
It's good.
Just kidding. We're going to talk about reading on Flippington and see how it goes.
Nice.
Just start planning the 2026 season.
That's it, man. That's it.
What rounds were we gonna make?
What field guides are we gonna read?
Apalachicola National Forest, baby. It's all you need.
Not want to go back.
We'll come find like 3 things, but they'll be cool things.
Dude, I don't even care if we don't find anything there. It's just such a cool place.
It is a cool place. I wish I've probably, this is probably the least amount of like hours I've spent out there this last year for, you know, many reasons. And I can't wait to get back out there with a little more regularity.
Yeah, we gotta get back out there in spring, but
Yeah.
we'll coordinate.
Yeah, for sure. We'll get Phil up here.
I need to, man. I definitely need to.
You.
There's a shooting range out there. It's only a lot redneck.
Nice.
All right.
Man.
We'll see everybody later. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.